entrepreneurship mindset. The overview, understand about this general concept. But, sometimes it's so clear, but actually the nuance, the details are quite deep that unless we really comb through, analyze one by one, you might miss it entirely for, like when we talk about mindset. Okay? Alright, now let's talk about mindset, right? So I would like to start with some prompt, with some discussion. How would you define mindset? What shaped the way you think about mindset? Right? What is mindset for you? Sherry?
For me, mindset is like what you believe or like the perception you have of like things.
Okay. What you believe, the perception about things. Bo, anything to add to that?
For me, mindset is like how you approach a problem, how you think about it, and how you deal with it. And I think what affects mindset is like your environment, like how you grow up, and the people around.
Okay, good. All right. So you add on top. How do you think about things, perceive things, approach about problem solving? Questions. How is it shaped? How can you become and getting this mindset, which it seems so natural to you, right? Some things that seem so natural and you never question about your mindset. Where is it coming from? How do you have this worldview?
Like
Name.
upbringing, like
Upbringing.
the family, the friends around you.
Friends around you, right? People around you, society that you participate, be part of it. I think 60-70% of the students grow up, bring up, raise here. I was here up to 18, get to see other ways of society for a few years and then coming back. Gio see Singapore for his majority of his life and come here for university, right? So yes, society is a big part, but sometimes it's a way of things until you pinpoint it that it's actually unique and strange. I'm telling you, right? This substitute makeup holiday for Thailand. People believe it's like natural, but it's actually not natural to have like another holiday on Monday, right? That's show a couple of things for the leadership, that show a couple of things for the ingrained of the Thai that, hey, working just another day, we can have a day off or not have holiday, right? Examples for kind of like a little bit extreme that I realized and learned maybe 4 or 5 years ago, right? Which is the way of mindset in working in China. Some you study there, right? So we are entering Chinese New Year's next month, right? February something, right? And February is a long holiday for Taiwan and for China. There's like a whole week off, right? Which understandable, For Thailand, we have a whole week off for Songkran as well, 13, 14, 15 of April. But for China, before they go into a holiday of Chinese New Year, what do Chinese companies, university, and organizations do? Sam, maybe you can share. What do they do on Saturday and Sunday? They work. The whole country, 1.4 billion people say, before you go into a Chinese holiday, since you are about to have a holiday for so long, I ask you to come to make up for the holiday that you're about to take to work on Sunday. Can you imagine that? I was like so surprised, like what the heck? The whole thing, the whole country go to work on Sunday in order to, okay, I can take a day off for 7 days. That is even like, okay, understand why they rise so fast, because everyone is like wanna escape the poverty or the poorness that they have when there's like a bad famine in the past, right? And that's the culture of working. And unless we are exposed to that, we think about our mindset, we have no questions about our own assumption, right? Okay? I able to visit Scandinavia a few times, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, right? And you have to like stock up your food on Friday or Saturday because on Sunday everything closed. Even like a department store. I cannot even go buy chicken there because everyone goes there. It's like time for the family. And people go on picnic and go to the garden. It's like, whoa, really? No one really work? Yes, no one really work. Right? But then maybe you can enjoy that benefit because the ancestor, your parent, your grandparent able to figure out the system so that the society or the country have enough wealth for people to enjoy. Right. So big part society, big part family upbringing, right? That form your idea from the ajan, from the things on the media that you consume, form your mindset, form your identity, form the ways of the thing you see. A very important things that each individual of you guys have to answer is which mindset that you believe it's true, but it's actually not. And that's your own adventure to figure out. I know something from myself now that I believe when I was 20 something, believed to be true, but now I'm 40, shit, it's not true. And then I waste so many time, many years, many energies on the thing that I believe things is true, but it's actually not. Yeah, something to think about. Yeah, I bet that each of you kind of like mistakenly think it's true. Some of my past mindset have that too. Rafael, I want you to think about. You have to think about that.
Like birds, I found that they aren't real and it changed my life forever.
Yeah. Say again.
Birds aren't real.
Bird not real.
Birds aren't real.
Yeah, that's like how much they. So, there will be something. Yeah. Okay, let me share. One thing that I discovered. One thing that I discovered that I wholly believe that each person should eat 3 meals a day. I believe it for so long until I start learning and reading and thinking about like listening about the concept of fasting, not eating anything. The concept of autophagy lets the body cleaning itself by not eating anything for 24 hours. And then it's like, whoa, actually hunger is something in your mind. And if you can resist a little bit, I feel more energetic. I'm telling you guys, last week in this class, when I was teaching you guys from 4:30 to 7:30, that's almost 24 hours that I didn't eat anything. That was me fasting for 24 hours. That's my version of fasting. I really want to do it to, like 3 days, yeah, like 72 hours, but I still moving towards that. Yeah. Believe of breakfast is the most important meal in your life, right? That's something that you have to experiment yourself. Is it true or is it not? And there's a few more that's like hiding from the mass media that tell you since you're growing up. But until you experiment with yourself, right? That's like, okay, we talk about mindset. All right, now, so that's moving on. Now, entrepreneurial mindset, right? It's a very powerful process. Actually, each one of us become at this point the only things that we have, and going forward is actually our decision, right? We are here okay, I would say like 70-80% are through your dad and mom decision. But after you become graduated here or starting from now onward, your life going to be shaped by your own decision. Right? Every day, small decision you may become who you are 5 years, 10 years in the future. Right? So entrepreneurial mindset make it so that these are process of you making a decision, taking action. Right? Mindset isn't fixed, as you know, right? It's changing, evolving over time. As a baby towards your young adult now, change a lot. But starting for young adult, many people stop changing their mindset. And you can see it from on the street. There are many political parties. The orange party, the green party, the blue party, the red party, right? And these are the testament of many people have their fixed mindset that if orange is bad, it's always bad. Don't listen to anything. Why is that? Right? Because people stop learning, stop accepting, and stop experimenting for yourself. So I would like to ask, and this is part of your assignment, quick assignment too, right? I want to ask you, what makes someone as a young adult in their 20s now, past their teenager, change their mindset? Not just an idea, not just right or wrong, but like entire spectrum of view on seeing something. What caused that? Okay, this is class asked, and then I would like you to reflect on whether you have changed anything up to now. Right? Okay, Sherry, what do you think? What caused the change of mindset? Right?
Maybe like, it doesn't have to be like something big, but it can be an event. Maybe like during like your daily life, but it had an impact. It had like somewhat of an impact on you that completely changes how you want, or completely changes your perception about things. For example, maybe like when you might believe like someone is like, he or she is like this kind of person,
Right.
but then one day you find out for yourself that
It's not the person.
maybe
No, but it's still same mindset, but your idea toward this person changed because of the new fact,
yeah,
right?
or like maybe you believe that there is only one way to do this particular thing, but then one day when you grow up, you found out an easier way, or maybe your friend comes to tell you that, oh, there's like something new about this now.
Okay, cool.
You like, oh.
But that's still similar mindset, just an additional, but from totally change about the world we. Now you have to think about it. Actually, I can share it. Just happened to me beginning of the year. Oh, I share it. Okay, Bo. What would cause someone mindset?
Maybe like after we graduate, we need to find jobs to do, and maybe we have like other challenges that we haven't faced as someone who like their parents support from like age 0 to like 20 something. So you start to experience the world and you start to make your own decisions, whether it's like right or wrong. So I think that's like
Okay, can shift. I can see that the world are somewhat full of jackass and asshole as well. I have to tell you. Now you're in July, maybe you see some jackass and asshole, but not so much. But when you go out and they look so nice, but actually behind the scene, not so much. Ryan, you want to add something?
Yes, I think the thing that can help change your mindset is maybe experience and knowledge. I don't know, like for example, from personal experience, like if you live in a country that all your life that hate another country,
Right.
for example, Morocco hates
Israel.
Yeah, of course Israel.
Right.
Also France.
Oh, friend, I see.
Because Israel, yeah, there is a
Oh, yes, yes,
France.
yeah.
But France, yeah, we say that France or Europe in general are the cause of why Morocco is not developing
Right.
and many things. And I thought that a long time. But when living in Spain and having some experience, I start like thinking that maybe Morocco, Morocco is doing kind of wrong things that they are the cause of their
own problem.
They blaming others because they don't want to face
Very
their
nice,
problem.
very nice, right? And through the experience, through the learning. So how do you gonna get that is by be brave enough to experience something new, right? To test it for yourself, right? And then you start to realize about yourself, like, hey, actually, what I believe is not that true. And that is depend on you to try things out. Living in another country, trying on your own, doing some new habits, right? That can start changing what you, before your mom, your dad, or your parents tell you what to do. Now you are like young adult that can control your own fate. Then experiment yourself, right? The concept of entrepreneurship or startup opportunities are actually hiding it in here. Hiding it in the fact that it's the secret. It's where no one else sees it. And then you see it first. And then you believe it's true. But very few people still agreeing with you. That's the secret. Because if everyone agree with you, then there's no opportunity for a young people, 20-somethings like you guys to do it. Because someone like 40, 50 with a lot of money will do it first with more manpower, with more resources, and you have no chance to fight. So the young guy, the only thing is like something that no one is paying attention. That's the thing, right? Right now, AI, everyone are seeing this, but AI as an idea, yes, everyone pay attention, but AI in what field? That's a secret that no one apply AI in this field yet. Then that's your opportunity. There's no chance that you're gonna compete in retail for 7-Eleven, except you're like CJ Mall that have a lot of resources too. If you're gonna start retail right now, no chance, right? If you're gonna start social network right now, no chance. Because someone else already do it. So what are things are new that are your opportunity? That's opportunities. Yeah, okay, I already asked this. Let me share some experience with you. What did change your mindset? What was the latest incident that caused you to shift your mindset? This one we already talked about. This one, no need for your answer, reflective question, but this one will be part of today's assignment that you think and submit. What is the latest incident that caused you to tip your mindset? Just write in A4, submit it in your My Course field. Half a page, okay. But I want you to think. But if you never have to chip it, okay, you explain. You explain. But this one, I want to share my stories that just recently happened. Let me share. My friend, who is very successful, he's my PhD friend. Now, we study together at Jula. So this is him, P. Limpati. He graduated with PhD here. Right? So this is him. Study bachelor degree at Jula Engineering. I study master in UK and PhD back at Jula. Right? And then he successfully have a product called Rahong Yen, which is have a sales of more than 100 million baht per year from Jula. So let me, he have some videos. This is his product.
ละอองเย็นละอองเย็นคือถ้าผมเห็นข้างๆผมจะนึกว่าลิปกลอส
So basically, Thailand is pretty hot. You can spray it, and then it have like some cooling effect.
Is that your friend?
อ๋อมันเหมือนกับให้เย็นก่อนหน้านี้ของสองไม่ได้กลิ่นอะไรหรอกพี่บอกว่า
Okay, so this is successful running his own business, right? And his family business is in sugar manufacturing, โรงงานน้ำตาล right? So after he graduated, we get a chance to travel to see innovation together in Switzerland. So that's why I got to know him about 7 or 8 years old. What I realized, I know that after he graduated from PhD, what he did very surprised me. After graduated in 2020, he go to the temple and become a monk. And since then, it's 5 years, and I haven't watched him. I talked to him a little bit, and then I want to visit him to understand what is inside, why he want to become a monk in the forest temple near Pattaya, Wat Yana Phang Warara, right? And yeah, before the year end, I went to visit him with my wife and my baby, and then he's become a monk. And then he become a monk for 5 years. And the reason is, long story, I get a chance to sit down and talk to his idea why he want to be and study Buddhism. Now, right after Chulalongkorn University bachelor degree, he become a monk for 1 year. And with that 1 year, it's like, wow, this 1 year is not enough for me to learn about all the things that the Buddha said. And then I want to dedicate my life to learn about Buddhism. But the highest monk of his temple said, don't come. Help your family business first. And be entrepreneurship and prove that you can do it first. And the reason he do PhD because his mom say, hey, I will not let you become a monk until you get a PhD. Maybe like as a last obstacle, that mom request. And then once he finish it, and then okay, nothing mom, I'm gonna go to the temple and become a monk. And with that 2-3 hour conversation, it shifted my mindset a little bit about Buddhism. Many of the Thai students here know that there are many random monks with a lot of sexual news with the female, and then like I was totally lost hope in this Buddhism, and then I don't like, this is so bad, right? So not believing it, but listen to him. By having a monk, he said like each monk, you only know whether he's actual one who practice or not by listening to him. There's no position of ranking. There's no associate professor, there's no assistant professor, there's no ranking. It's until you're able to discuss that you know he's the one who's seeking truth or not. And I was like, okay, blow my mind, right? So my wife said, hold on, you have a young baby, don't become a monk yet, right? But that's something that I start a little bit to circle back and understand his reason for this now. You can learn this like with enough information, no one is crazy. Right? There's a book called A Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, right? Like some story behind the very wealthy Malaysian that start to become a monk and then seeking truth in this. And many people say like it's so crazy, but with enough information, then no one is crazy. Right? So that's latest thing that shift for me, but it's a long time to discuss it. I want to share that with you guys. Okay. Where's my slides? right? But that's the question for you. Now, do you have the latest incident that caused you to shift your mindset? And if so, what shifted your mindset? Right. Again, this is me. I want to share. That this is my kid. He's just 1 year old, and then I realized something that when he was born, not everything is new to him. Even though he see a ghost, I still don't think he know and understand and be afraid of the ghost. Right? Everything is like until we are right here looking at things, and then we know about our story. Then if you see something at night like floating, then you're like scare the hell out of you and run away. We have some fever. But if it's him, he will not scare because he doesn't know what it is. Right? And every one of this used to be this big before. Right? But fast forward 20 years is who you are right now in a different culture, context, society, but everyone is this big before. But the things that you absorb, I think most of it are true, but will be some of it are not true, but you don't know that it's not true. That's the tricky part, right? How do you like unlock and see the opportunity here? I want to share it because I look at him and then I tell him that even though you see a ghost, you still not scared. And then he doesn't say anything. Of course, he cannot say anything, right? But that's I want to share that with you that everyone was this size before, and then we accumulate the mindset along the way, and then become who you are, right? Alright, now different kind of mindset. Now, Dr. Dwell Weck of Stanford Psychology Department theorized out that there are two kinds of mindset: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. And I wish I know this a long time ago, right? Fixed mindset and growth mindset is the way of seeing things, and no one it will be like 100% fixed mindset, and no one will be 100% growth mindset. It's the combination in your mind. What's a fixed mindset? Right? A fixed mindset is the things that you believe what it is and nothing can change. But we're speaking in like bachelor degree context. Of course, no one believe it. But along the way, now until you talk to your parent, you will see some of the behavior of your parent or someone old enough start to have this fixed mindset. But why is that? Right? Why? Because of the truth of the society, the harsh of the reality make people have fixed mindset? No one knows, but as yourself, I still believe many of you still have this. Because learning every day, you're taking a class, professor shares something new. You don't know that you don't know before. Professor tell you it is, and then you know that you don't know something, right? So I want you to keep this guy and analyze. Yeah. So what a fixed mindset specifically, right? Now, people with fixed mindset believe in their intelligence, in their personality, in their ability to do something. Hey, this person is so smart, right? He definitely gonna get A. This person, right? I'm not so smart, I don't know, right? If you start speaking like this, you're listening to yourself. Are you speaking like someone who have a fixed mindset on, right? Talent over development. Yeah. Spending time documenting their intelligence. I still know someone. Actually, my relative, my uncle, is still talking about, hey, he's pretty smart when my friend is at Chulalongkorn. And that was like 40 years ago. He's still comparing his 65 years old with someone who is 20 years old. Still remind himself. And then we'll talk about, he's not so good at Chulalongkorn when his bachelor degree. How can he become like a chairman of electricity authorization? GOFOPOR, like the guy, the one who run the whole country electricity unit. Right? He doesn't know that along the way, even though he's not a good high GPA student, along the way he learned a lot of things and made him become the chairman of GOFOP or EGEP. Many people still believe in the GPA 40 years ago. That's a fixed mindset. Efforts equal weakness. People believe that if I spend a lot of effort, I suck. Everyone else can study so easily. I have to spend 5 hours reading to this. I suck. I was trapped into this and almost become like depressed. When I was studying in my bachelor degree, right, I was pretty diligent and have a very good performance in the Thailand environment. Right? I'm studying from Saathit Pathumwan. Anyone from Saathit Pathumwan? No. Anyone from Saathit? Saathit? No.
Does the other side of the planet count as close enough?
No. Saathit is a demonstration school. It's a public school in Thailand. Okay, no one here. I have pretty like good performance, like number 1 or number 2 in my class, right? Hence I get a scholarship from the Thai government. But then when I see the real world of everyone who's like super competitive, going to like a good university, at Stanford, and then I realized like, wow, there's so many smart people more than me. And then the homework that I spent like 2-3 days working on programming assignment, some guy who never go to class, wake up, smoke a little bit of weed. Back then, I don't know whether it's a weed, even though it's a weed or not, right? But now, of course, from Thailand, I know, right? Can wake up, read through the syllabus, and coding it in like 4 hours. And then I spent 3 days working on it and haven't finished it yet. I'm like, what the F, man? It's like, the world is unfair. And somehow I just feel sad about my representing Thailand because I'm not as good as them, right? And what's the point? What's the point of learning if anyone else can be better than you? That's a fixed mindset that stuck with me, which I wish someone older tell me like, hey, it's about you improving, right? People start it at a different stage, right? So don't be sad about you have to spend a lot of effort. It's about comparing about yourself, not someone else. Fear of failure. Focus on proving. Right? Oh, you guys, BBA, able to enter here. Maybe it's very tough for you to start embracing failure. You guys thought like that. GPA, is this class a hard grade or not? Right? That's something I can hear from the fixed mindset. Right? So, be aware of this mentalities. Okay? That might hold you back. Growth mindset on the opposite side, right? This is what the exciting thing. Open to development. Effort make a difference. Focus on improving and failure as a learning. Right? This was like until you are internalizing this, then you start to see like the world so much opportunity, right? Can try, can do many things. Okay. What is a good question to ask whether you challenge yourself enough is, have you ever failed? Since maybe high school, have you ever failed? Doing something and then fail badly, embarrassingly, that your dad still talk about it, that you still feel a little bit embarrassed to share? Have you done that? Right? Yeah, anyone? Yeah. Anyone have failed and able to share with the class? Of course I know Thomas. Yeah. Okay, you are great. Your name?
I don't know.
I know, can you share?
So I failed like, for example, some classes since high school. I mean, I'm okay with it. Just try harder the second time I do it.
Why do you fail? You just totally not care about that class, or you actually spend your time studying but still fail?
Sometimes both of them.
Both of
I
them.
failed some classes because I didn't take them seriously.
Mhm.
I failed some even though I had studied a
I
lot.
see. Right. Good. Right. Thank you for sharing, Arnold. Right. I think the Thai student here might be a bit shocking because you are a good student. I know you guys are good student. So you're sitting here. I know it's quite competitive to get into this program. So failure might not be your experience before. Right? Of course, now don't fail this class. You will not fail this class. You're sitting here, you will not fail this class. Right? But maybe there are other avenues, other stage for you to go out and exchange and experiment yourself and embrace even though it doesn't succeed as you hope, but you treat it as a learning. Right? All right, now that's growth mindset. And a few things. Growth mindset skill, mental skill. It's like a muscle too, but it's a muscle that's invisible to you. Right? A muscle that's visible to you is physical. Let me see. Right here, the one who lucky to go to the gym most. Maybe Ryan. Do you go to the gym?
I used to.
You used to. Still have a little bit I can see in you. Right? The gym. You go train it. You get to see your muscle growing over time. You lean over time. That's tangible. But the mental skill, the creativity skill, the problem solving, the risk taking skill, if you never experience it, you never have this muscle. Right? So it's up to you to go out and try new things and practice your skill. It's invisible, but when you talk to someone who have this skill, you know damn well like, man, this guy really knows. And all the YouTube that I selected for you to watch, these guys have such an Arnold Schwarzenegger big muscle skill. I can guarantee to you, these guys like, wow, man, world class in doing that thing, and then we have access to those YouTube videos. Start practicing. Right? I also practice on muscle development mentally. Growth mindset comparing, I have one question to ask for this. Fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed mindset challenges, avoid. Out of the 60 students, I feel, who came last week, when I told them every single assignment, man, too much, I want to avoid. Yeah? Some of them want to avoid, but cannot drop the class for some reason, so you guys still sitting here. No, right? Now, most of you guys, hey, want to embrace it. Yeah, right? Take it, John, giving it to me. Obstacle, want to give up. Obstacle, this is fortitude. This is like, gratitude that, thank you, professor, please give me more, right? Something to learn. Effort. One last thing that I would like to challenge and ask you, success of others, especially someone who close to you, the fixed mindset, you feel threatened. For the growth mindset, they will want to celebrate. Why is that? Why people with the fixed mindset see someone succeeding, especially their close friend, their close relative, someone they know, they will feel threatened. Why? Raphael.
Maybe low self-esteem and they feel like they cannot be as good, they could not do the same.
They cannot do the same. They feel threatened a little bit. Okay, good. What else? Anything? Why? If Cherry's work and then apply, and then she successfully want to go to maybe a good business school, a Harvard Business School. Cherry got into Harvard Business School, right? Some of your friends will celebrate, and some of your friends will feel threatened that Cherry succeed in getting to the school that she wants, why is your friend you feel threatened?
Maybe like, I don't know, but probably because in our society there's still like comparison that parents love to do. I don't know why, but
In nature,
they just love comparing
human nature.
their children to their children's friend. They just love doing that.
Yeah, and how is that they feel threatened?
So like sometimes maybe it's not threatened, but maybe it makes the person feel like pressured. Like, oh, they can do it, so why can't you do it? And it makes us feel pressured. Sometimes it's not like us feeling threatened or like we don't wish them well, but it's just that when they succeed and we get compared to them, it just makes us feel pressured.
Very nice, right? That's something we need to unlock. I was trapped in this for quite some time until something happened to me. If Cherry succeeds in whatever she wants, and you guys see her and sitting in the same class, looking at maybe we have a similar background, then like if she do it, why can't we? Why didn't we do it yet? Getting it yet? Right? So that's why they feel threatened. But I can share to you that we only see maybe 30% of each one sitting here. The 70% are hitting behind the scene, at the house, at the bedroom, when in the past that the parent invest, now nothing is as equal as it is. Everyone has their own individual story. Right? But the parent, of course, they will only see the face, and the parent with the fixed mindset, the shallow mindset will say like, hey, look at this, why can't you do it, right? That's something that you have to like practice and unlock. That I think the second video is about the 17 years old who already make a lot of money using his Cal AI app. You will watch it. And then I don't want you to think about this idea. I want you to think about this idea. He can do it. Why can't he do it? Try to analyze it. Hey, maybe some opportunity for me in this part of the world too.
But in order to get into the growth mindset, I think that everybody has to go through the fixed mindset just to know that avoiding is not the way or giving up is not the way. Everybody passes through that, right? Because you cannot embrace if you haven't experienced what is avoiding. You cannot know what is fortitude if you haven't given up before, knowing that it's bad. So you can connect them that way.
No, but at least if you're aware of this, then it's good to starting out now. It's, hey, this is a fixed mindset. Some people might not have a fixed mindset at all, right? They're just born with like, hey, I can do. If you read Elon Musk's biography and listening to his interview, the guy asking him one question, but he just sees the world differently in another way, right? Maybe I post it on the clip. But going back to this part, I want to share my own stories. I grew up when I was your age. It's so funny to share, right? Mark Zuckerberg and I born on the same year. He know how to program. I know how to program. And then he came up with Facebook. In the beginning, it's like somewhat successful. And then I tell my friend that, hey, we can build that as well. But we didn't build it, right? And then as Facebook began growing more successful, somehow, for some reason, I become bitter about life. And then I okay, you know what? I will not support Mark Zuckerberg by not using Facebook. And as if he cares, he's doesn't give a shit or damn about me, one user not using it, right? But that's going through my mind, man, I cannot bear that someone my age becomes so successful, right? And that was holding me back for a long time, right? And then I start to, I still have this when I come back to Thailand. And then there's some, everyone else, as long as I'm not successful, everyone else should not be successful. It's such a stupid mindset that I have. But the thing that shifted my mind is that when I was doing my own startup, right, I try to fundraise. And then I go to the person who start Ukbi, successful software company that I used to feel threatened by him. His name is Pimu. Actually, he's on Shark Tank. Pimu, that's Wood Punjaran Pong, right? Yeah, good friend, a good Lunpi, good senior for me. He was successful already, and then I was not successful, and then I feel threatened by him. But when I want to raise the funding for my company, I went to Pimu, would you interested in investing in my startup? He's like, yeah, you know, what is your valuation? So he, with his friend, end up investing in my company for 1 million baht. 10 years ago. And that really changed my mind. Damn, now I want all my friends, all my students to be successful because I know that in the past, like, should I teach you guys like as much as I can? Or I should like, you know, just teach you 50% because I don't want you guys to like exceeding me. Do you understand? Like, you teach for 10 years, you didn't have it. Like, I go out as a BBA student, 5 years I was successful, 200-300 million in sales, right? Like, will I feel threatened? In the past, I would feel threatened. But I go through this transformation like, hey, anyone, the whole thing, as much as I can, go out and make it for your work. Hope you guys successful and come back share with me. Not share money with me, share story with me. Can share money also, I also accept it. Okay, right? Now not to your everyone, every student here, exchange or non-exchange, right? So that's something that happened to me. That one check that changed my mind, right? I want to celebrate, especially someone close to me. Okay, yeah. All right, that's good key point. Okay, 10 minutes. I need to browse through this one. Okay, I would like to skip. Entrepreneur need to see what other can. I talked already. See the secret when it's not so sure yet, right? Face off a successful global entrepreneur. Richard Branson, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Jack Ma. These are people who start off just have to learn on the go, working hard, have some vision, use some technology, and go, right? There are story of Richard Branson, or everyone has some biography. The one that you can learn from them additional is either YouTube podcast or read the book and see how adventure they are, right? This guy is not a good student, right? He didn't go to Beijing University, Shanghai Jiao Tong University. He went to like a teaching college, right? But learned through the tourists who come to Hangzhou, the Wuhan, the lake, and in Hangzhou, and learn it to that, and be the translator, go to Seattle, and then see the rise of the internet, where everyone else in China don't see internet yet, right? So he has some edge, and then he start doing it with his team. For Thailand, entrepreneur, right, in all the different fields, right? Mr. Thanin, CP Group, 7-Eleven, อาจารย์เฉลิมชัย of Art of วัดน้องคุณ The White Temple, Diamond Grain Couples, พี่อู๋เฉลิมพล of ดินสอ Robot, right? คุณปลา iBerry, คุณเมย์ After You, right? All of this start with their own passion and keep learning. None of this, and then a few, I think this and this already have an IPO company, right? If you check my Facebook about 13 years ago, she was in my class as a guest lecturer for one time, right? That's the first, when she only have one brand of After You behind in Thong Law, right? And now, no time for Chulalongkorn anymore, right? But I listened to her how she failed her first shop. She started a seafood shop in MBK Mall on the 5th floor. Start for 3 months, lose 5 million, need to close down. And then, okay, have the last budget, want to do what I want to do, which is like the dessert, bakeries, right? She wrote the book before she start After You, right? All good stories that I will share later, right? Some of it I very close by, okay? This person and this one, that Dinshaw robotic, right? Kun Thanin quickly share, right? Have some chance through the university that we have like 2 lunch together, and then I have no doubt why he is such a successful person, right? This is like number one family who run 7-Eleven, CPF, or the chicken or the eggs, right? So create so much wealth, create so much job, and then I realized why he's become who he is. At I met him like 83, 84 years old, 7 years ago before COVID, right? He was running a big institution in Khao Yai called CP Institution Leader, right? At 83 years old, many people just want to retire and see the grandkids, but he still like every day come and listen to lecture, come and listen to like young people pitching the idea how to improve 7-Eleven and CP Freshmart, and think, and talk and discuss and meet new people, right? He wrote a book that called ความสำเร็จดีใจได้วันเดียว Anyone read his book yet? Not yet. Amazed. Some good story that 30-40 years of his life compressed into this book that he wants to share, right? So if you have some time looking at it, we have a video to watch at the very end of the class, like week 13. For the exchange student, we have to figure out something because in Thai, like 2 videos in Thai, Flash Express and Story from Kun Thanin. Okay, I will quickly go through entrepreneurial mindset, self-direct, motivate, decisive, patient. I guess I will. The only things that I want to point out is for your Generation Z, the thing, okay, let me share. Which character here you think is your weakness for your as a generation who born in 2000 and grow up with digital native mobile internet technology? Which of these are your weakness? Not just for you, but just like as a whole generation. Let me hear from your name again.
Madeline?
Madeline.
Yeah.
Madeline from Norway.
Yes.
What city in Norway?
From Oslo.
Oslo, okay, capital city. Okay, Madeline, what do you think?
Patience?
Patient. No?
Yeah,
Patient.
same.
I agree. Patient. Right? I agree. If I were your age and I have what you have, I would be lacking in patience too. And that's important things to look and be aware of, because many things, great things take time to build, take time for them to grow. Right? People say you grow something, you grow a coconut tree, you grow a durian tree, you grow an orange tree. It's time to grow up. You cannot say like, hey, are you here? Are you growing? Are you growing? Dig it up. Are you growing? Are you growing? You cannot do that. But with everything so fast for you, how can you resist and be patient?
And at the same time be driven, so things do not stay still.
And then I be driven and say no, so soon, right? In the time that everyone doing everything and then you want to do it, but it seems so slow. In the age that everyone changing job, getting higher salary, but you're still at the same job, honing your own craft. Very tough to fight with this urge to not be patient. A good movie to learn about patience is Terminal from Tom Hanks. Anyone watch it before? Tom Hanks Terminal? You watch it again. The guy stuck from Croatia, a fictional country, and have to stay in the airport and have to wait until the thing resolved. So he just spending the time in airport have to wait and wait and wait. That's a good, very good learning lesson to draw from terminal Asia. Okay, now, so that's one key. Now, Professor shared with you your potential weakness. You go analyze yourself. Alright, last word for this class. Everyone know about an 8, right? Maybe you see it today in the morning, but I want to share for entrepreneurial mindset, right? If an egg is broken by outside force, life ends. Become fried egg, ไข่เจียว ไข่ดาว 10 baht. Right? If it's broken by inside force, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside. And that's the story here. I can tell everything a lot to you, but that's the outside force to tell you what to do, homework to do, right? But eventually, hopefully, my voice, my message, motivate or nudge you something from the inside for your entrepreneurial life journey to begin. Okay, right? So that's last word for the class. Right? That's all. Right? So would like to spend quickly on the next class assignment. We will have one question that I will post on my course view. Latest incident that changed your mindset, right? So that one you answer, and the next one is from this, and there will be so still 5 to 6 students to form a group. I see that some of you guys still have 3, and you can form more, right? As a group, right? 5 to 6 students for Entrepreneurial Silicon Valley series. You will watch lecture 3, episode 3 to 4, right? You asked to read startup ideas. I will talk about startup ideas, right? This is discussion term. And one group will do a presentation of how to start a startup, right? So anyone volunteer for the next class to do a presentation on this one. Okay, I know. And Yen. And who are you in your group?
Whoever wants to be.
Whoever wants to be. Okay, alright. And two, alright. Okay, good. Each one have to watch and answer this question in my course view. What are the key area of startup according to Sam Altman? Which do you think is the most important? This is individual, short answer, watch it and answer this before the next class. Okay? Alright, thank you. Come on. Yes.